Oh, my fault, my fault. My fault, my fault. I'll just slap in my music, Alright, so my name is Alex Sokolsky. They call me Thug Nasty, the 46 General, Straight out from Frisco, 415, California, man. 415 to the 707, 46 born and raised, 46 in Judah. But that's not what I'm here today. What I'm here today is here to explain something to y'all. And what I'm explaining to you guys is a diagram that depicts a balanced three-phase rectifier with a plot corresponding to a time and time versus voltage graph. Excuse me. All right. So with this, we are given 6 diodes, and we wish to confirm the output voltage of this circuit diagram to be 120 volts. You feel me? All right. So we have to assume all these diodes are ideal. All right. So what a diode is? A diode is a specialized electronic component with 2 electrodes called an anode and a cathode. All right. You feel me? You feel me on this? Most diodes are made up with semiconductors, materials such as silicon. All right. Okay, so we have this circuit diagram. We have our diodes, right? But these diodes can either be on or off. When a diode is on, it acts like a short. All right, like a short circuit, meaning that the current has to be greater than 0 and the voltage has to equal 0. All right. And then when a diode is off, meaning that the voltage is less than 0 and the current equals 0. Correct. Okay. So that's when a diode is on or off. Okay. We wish to confirm the output voltage to be 120 volts at time 0.25 seconds. Okay. So what we are given in the equation is VAB is 120 volts, VBC is negative 60 volts, and VCA is also negative 60 volts. So we have to look at the conditions of each one. So diodes 1 and 5 are on, meaning they act like a short. And diodes 2, 3, 4, and 6 are off, meaning they act like an open circuit. Okay? Now I gotta verify these conditions that I learned in class with the laws I learned in class. Alright? The laws I learned are Ohm's law, KCL, Kirchhoff's current law, and KVL, Kirchhoff's voltage law. Shout out to my thug Kirchhoff though for coming up with these laws though, you feel me? Alright. So back at again what I told you, right? Diodes 1 and 5 are on. They act like a short. Okay? So, and they're also in series, meaning that the current is going to be the same across diode 1 and diode 5. Alright. So Ohm's law is V equals IR, manipulated to I equals V over R, with V is your voltage and R is your resistance. We are given our R as 10 ohms, and we're given our V as 120, or that's what we're hoping to prove, right? So what I do is 120 volts divided by 10 ohms, which gives me 12 amps, and that satisfies diodes 1 and 5 as being on with that. See, now I can also use KCL. The current across diode 1 and the current across diode 5 is the same thing using KCL. Okay, now I gotta use KVL for diodes 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay, as you see on the diagram, at point A it's 60 volts, at point B it's 0 volts, and at point C is also 60 volts. So using KVL to manipulate everything, you get 60 minus 60 for diode 2, but using passive sign convention, it equals negative 120. For diode 3, you have 60 minus 0. Using passive sign and convention again, you get negative 60 minus 0, which equals negative 60 volts. For diode 4, you have negative 60 minus 60, which gives you negative 120. I put that negative 60 in front because of passive sign convention again. And then also for diode 6 now, you have 0 volts minus 60 volts, which equals negative 60 volts. And using passive sign convention again. Okay, so when a diode is off, it acts like an open circuit. The current has to be 0. We're given current. There's no current across an open circuit, so we're checked off with that. Now you see with my calculations right here, I proved that using KVL that the voltage is less than 0, meaning this satisfies the diode. And now I can confirm and say yes, because diodes 1 and 5 are shorted, means that VO equals VAB, so that VAB is 120 volts, meaning that our output voltage has to be 120 volts. Thank you very much. Now let me get back to my music.